Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's performance of The Truth Serum. The show lasts 1 hour and there are no intervals. In case of emergency or fire, please locate your nearest exit, your front door. For optimum viewing, please set your Zoom settings to speaker view and do not sign off the Zoom link during the live performance. Following the performance, the cast and crew welcome you to a discussion about the show. Please note, the show does contain some strong language. And now, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, The Truth Serum.
"2020 was to be the dawn of a new golden age," according to Boris Johnson, confident in his party's 80-seat majority. By January 2020, his dreams of a Renaissance Britain were replaced by a pandemic nightmare. The coronavirus, seeded in Wuhan, China, had resettled in a small, unremarkable town in northern Italy's Po Valley. It was rapidly spreading across the Lombardy Plains, which became the epicenter for the European pandemic.
By March 23rd, 2020, after weeks of indecision, the British government had reluctantly decided to announce a national lockdown. The UK's flavour of lockdown tasted like one outing per day to either run, jog, walk, or some approximation of the three, and to go grocery shopping. People worked from home and got to know their families very well.
Almost too well in some cases.
Right.
So, let's meet our first family, Steve and Costas, who are based in London. Steve is in his mid-50s and retired thanks to a successful business and astute investments. He lives with his beloved partner Costas, a jeweller with a boutique shop also in London.
They live in a well-appointed apartment in Hampstead and are living their lifestyle dream. They're sitting on the sofa watching Boris announce the news of lockdown to the nation.
And we will beat it together. And therefore, I urge you, at this moment of national emergency, to stay at home, protect our NHS, and save lives. Thank you.
Hallelujah. It should have happened weeks ago.
Government's caved into media pressure.
Yeah, and common sense. Thank God, the Hampstead Heath is only a few minutes away, and we don't need a certificate to justify our moves, like the Greeks do.
Oh, I couldn't see that working here.
Maybe now is the time to buy a dog.
Is this the puppy petition again, Costas?
How else are you going to spend your time then?
Well, in better ways than getting a dog, I have bought a subscription to Ancestry.com.
Oh, that is so interesting. Anyway, I'm going to take my business to a different direction.
What direction?
Crystals from an Amazonian mine. No slave labor involved. Love it.
How are you going to market that then?
To the younger generation, only available online.
You think they're going to be into crystals?
Totally. The millennials are all about planet sustainability. So ethically sourced crystals, perfect for them.
Well, you sound confident. And now's the time to chase things up, so I say go for it.
And I'm going to call it the Greek Tragedy Lockdown Collection.
Well, that sounds amazing. I can't wait to see it. Oh, by the way, did I tell you my hospital checkup has been postponed because it is non-urgent?
Not urgent? What are you thinking of?
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't really mind. I mean, it's not going to make much difference.
No. You should mind. It's all about COVID lately. Like all the other illnesses do not matter anymore.
Hey, I hear they're opening a massive military hospital just to cope.
Sorry, honey. We'll get back to that. Another text from Flavia.
Okay, what's up with her now?
She's worried. Her flight to London will be cancelled, and she's not going to be able to see us, of course, And you know who else?
Yeah, well, the least I know about her shenanigans, the better.
She's blindsided, baby. All of us have been there. Best keep out of it.
I don't feel comfortable knowing any of this. She does forget that Dave is my best friend.
Oh, speaking of Dave, have you talked to him about you?
No, not yet. I will soon.
Υπενθύμηση. Zoom meeting σε 20 λεπτά με τον Φρέντι και τη Μόιρα.
What on earth is that?
It's my new AI assistant, Larry, reminding us of our Zoom appointment with Moira and Freddie in 20 minutes.
And you need a robot to do that?
Would you remember otherwise?
Of course. I mean, our social diary is not exactly swamped with appointments right now. Wonder how Moira and Freddie are getting on.
Moira will be disinfecting everything inside.
Yeah, well, she has a really good excuse now. Oh, you know, Freddie asked me for a loan.
No way. How much?
£100,000. A bridging loan, apparently, for his new events project.
Unbelievable. You didn't say yes, did you?
Of course not, especially not Freddie.
Do you think that Moira knows about it?
No, she'd murder him. Or her sister, she would.
Yeah, that Bridget doesn't take any shit.
I would not want to get on the wrong side of her. Come on, let's get Zoom up and running. And I'd love a drink.
Okay. Two mastigas coming up.
Whew. You know what? I'm about ready for a mastica myself.
Well, you're in luck.
Ooh, why thank you.
Cheers.
Delicious.
So, we met our first couple in England. Now we're off to Milano, Italy to meet our second.
Meet Dave and Flavia, a married couple who live in a smart apartment in the fashionable Brera area in central Milan. Dave is the founder/director of a well-established language school, and Flavia is an international executive for a well-known corporation and, until recently, enjoyed global travel.
Their son, Matteo, is in his final year at Bristol University. Italy is feeling the strain of a severely controlled lockdown which began on 21st of February under Conte's premiership. A lockdown in which you'd have to present a certificate of justification just to leave the house.
They are watching the news on Sky announce that the UK is about to go into a national lockdown.
Boris Johnson trying to look serious for a change.
Yeah, it looks like it. He's not his usual affable self at all.
Que shame. Oh, we need to talk to Matteo to arrange for him to come home.
I think he's much better staying off in the UK.
No, he needs to come back home, Dave.
Why? He's got all his university mates in the house and he needs to concentrate on his finals.
Dave, all of our friends have their children at home with them now.
Listen, we need to listen to what Matteo wants. He's going to go stir crazy here with all these restrictions. You know how independent he is.
Come on. How does he know what he wants? We've never been in this kind of situation before. Cazzo, Dave, basta with all the TV. Coronavirus all day long. There is no other news. Turn it off.
Okay, you're right. Hey, changing the subject, Flavia, guess what? I did another hour's workout this morning.
Do you need a round of applause?
I'm just sharing, I'm using these weights, the ones that we didn't throw out.
Oh, you mean I didn't throw them out? You never throw anything out. They've been stuck in the garage for years.
Okay, well, I'm glad you didn't throw them out because I'm using them now.
Something else to keep you occupied.
We all need something. And I wonder how the Brits are going to get on. No sport, no pubs.
They'll just drink more at home and watch all the sports on TV.
Yeah, everyone's going to have a home bar. Hey, come here, girl. At least someone's happy. She's never had so many walks. People are queuing up to take her out.
Wait, who wants to take Sunny out?
Rosella from downstairs. I should charge her a fee.
Oh, che faccia tosta. She's always complaining about her barking, and now she wants to take her out for a walk. She can get her own bloody dog.
Come on, Flavia, calm down. We're all cooped up here in this building. And she does live alone.
Oh, no surprises there. No one likes her. Dave, do you think I'll still be able to go to the UK in May?
I very much doubt it, Flavia. There's no flights to the UK or anywhere.
The world is closing down for this cazzo di virus.
Sì, lo so. Look, 230 deaths in Milan just today.
Never stop.
Yeah, so depressing.
And I have to spend the whole day in front of a computer screen. You know, I wish people would get dressed properly. Peter Davis always wears the same old scruffy t-shirt, fa schifo. Just because I'm not busy enough, I'm now head of the COVID-19 Global Emergency Task Force.
Hey, Flavia, that sounds really impressive. What does it mean exactly?
It means I do 2 jobs, like a mug.
Okay, listen, I know it's not easy for you right now, Flavia. I'll tell you what, I'm going to make supper. What would you like?
I don't know, Dave. That's part of the cooking. You choose the recipe.
Okay, how about spaghetti al olio, aglio and peperoncino? Va bene?
Yes, simple. Mi raccomando, not too hot.
I'll go easy on the chili, don't worry, for you. I really hope Flavia doesn't complain about my pasta. You know, most men have their midlife crisis when they hit 40, 45. For me, it was 52. I've always been a bit of a late bloomer. My best friend Steve gave me a book, and the message really clicked. I think it was that book, you know, frankly drinking way less alcohol and feeling that life was somehow passing me by, that made me see things differently. I'm really glad I got my act together before lockdown. You know, I've never spent so much time alone with Flavia, except when we went on holiday. Sometimes think I can never do anything right. And to be honest, I sometimes wonder if she even likes me.
Ciao, Liam. Can you speak? Is Tracy there? Oh, no, he can't hear me. He's in the kitchen making supper. Yeah, okay, I guess. But I'm feeling really claustrophobic, and I miss you so much. I know, I'm never gonna get to see you now. Uffa. Oh, yeah, sure. Well, call me as soon as you can. Maybe we can chat on Zoom. Okay, yeah, ciao tesoro, bye.
Flavia, come on, it's ready.
Coming!
Now we meet another London family, Freddie and Moira.
They live in a lovely 3-bed house that looks like most of the other 3-bed houses on their road. Kitchen torn out, back extension put in, and another room in the attic.
Freddie runs his own events business and Moira works for the civil service.
It's a steadier job.
They are sitting in their front room talking to Moira's elder sister, Bridget, who also lives close by.
That's convenient.
Let's all hope they get along.
Wow, can you believe it? 3 weeks of lockdown. Bet it goes on for longer than that.
I preferred herd immunity to this full lockdown. I mean, how are we meant to run businesses?
Oh, come on. That modelling was completely flawed. I mean, lockdown's the right thing to do. You know, people are putting themselves into lockdown anyway.
No, I'm just relieved there's some kind of order and clarity. Freddie, it's a pandemic. We need clear guidelines. I mean, the rest of Europe closed down weeks ago, so it is the only sensible thing to do.
Closing down schools, all events, and the whole of the British economy sounds totally insane to me.
Freddie, people's health matters more than money. We need to put lives first.
Yes. And Sunak said that he's going to be handing out furloughs and packages, so your business will be covered, right? And I agree with Bridget. People are dying. That is the priority.
And businesses with premises and staff can apply for furlough. So you should be fine, Freddie.
Oh, Bridget, you should advise the Chancellor. He could do with your skills.
Well, yes, he could actually when it comes to running a business. I do wish you'd listen to her more.
Anyway, you'll be pleased, Freddie. No more me popping around for cups of tea and the odd glass of wine.
There's a silver lining to everything, Bridget.
Gonna miss you like crazy too, Freddie. Look, help is here if you need it.
I've got everything under control. Thank you, Bridget.
She is only trying to help, Freddie.
No, thank you. But thank you, Bridget.
We really need to keep that R number under the curve. We're going to end up like Italy. I mean, it's terrible there. And they locked down straight away.
Look, talking about the R number, I think I need to scoot. Look, come on. Give me a hug, guys, because I don't know when I'm going to see you again. I mean, it could be weeks.
I know. But let's hope it is only 3 weeks, eh?
Bye, Bridget.
Bye, Freddie. Who knows? You might actually end up missing me.
Yeah, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Did you have to speak to Bridget like that?
Oh, she's not exactly politeness personified to me.
Oh, Freddie, I'm really concerned. We're building that massive Nightingale hospital over in Canary Wharf. You know they're expecting the worst.
What people are stockpiling loo rolls and hand sanitizers? It's going to be over in 3 weeks.
Anyway, I've ordered a massive online order. I've already stocked up on all of the essentials. And I've ordered masks and gloves for us to wear whenever we go outside.
Boris never told us to wear masks and gloves. I'm not going to wear them. I'll look a complete prat.
Freddie, this is a pandemic. We need to be responsible. And I've done my own research. Latex gloves and hospital-grade masks are absolutely necessary.
Well, how about hazmat suits as well then, dear?
Oh, Freddie, I just don't want you getting sick or infecting others.
Well, if you say so. Look, I just need to pop out for a little while. Don't expect me back for a few hours.
You really shouldn't be going out, Freddie.
Moira, give me a break. Do you think anyone's going to notice?
Well, just be careful, Freddie. And just keep your distance. It's 2 meters, remember?
It was a real slog when I left the agency a couple of years ago. I mean, I was used to a big team working for me, a multi-million-pound budget. Working for myself wasn't exactly the same. I'd won a new contract, so 2020 was going to be this fantastic year. Thank God, because I'd run through all of the savings. It's a bit unconventional, but James was telling me that he's got it all covered. I managed to get a loan after Steve turned me down, and everything was going well until bloody COVID hit. Still, the government may help, and I have an insurance, worst case scenario. There are a lot of plates spinning at the moment.
Was it just me or did they seem a little tense?
Pandemics tend to have that effect on people.
They sure do. In Italy, people showed solidarity through a cacophony of opera from their balconies and pots and pans percussion.
And in the UK, we had a concoction of a centenarian walking around his garden to fundraise for a beleaguered NHS, clapping our heroes on Thursday night, and Piers Morgan's morning marathon rants.
Next up, something a little meta. Flavia and Costas were pretty good at keeping up with each other via Zoom during peak lockdown.
Okay, so for clarity, Flavia and Costas are actually on Zoom now.
So I just said to Peter Davis in a one-to-one, you look a mess. You need to get dressed properly, comb your hair, and look professional. I mean, he sees customers.
How did I go down?
He didn't say a word, he just nodded. He knew I was right.
Probably you shamed him into silence.
Oh, good, he should be ashamed.
Oh, talking of shame, Flavia, honey, how are things with Liam?
I don't know. We've hardly spoken at all. It's a nightmare.
That's the problem with illicit affairs, my love. It's difficult to keep a secret from the one person that you live together and you spend 24/7.
Tell me about it.
Not that I would like to give you an advice, my love. Don't you think that you should focus on the one person that you spend the time with, and that's your husband?
Oh, don't go all moralistic on me. You're the only one I can speak to about these things.
This is not about morals. This is about reality. I've seen many of these affairs and rarely end well. Maybe the best time to go is when you're ahead of the game.
You mean just finish it? That's easy to say.
Okay, don't say that I haven't warned you. Yeah? And what about Dave?
What about him? He's all into his self-improvement crap. Oh, and now he's into meditation, thanks to you. I just need to see Liam now and again.
Liam is just lust, darling. Trust me, I'm the expert in lust.
But you have Steve now.
Oh, and I adore him. I wouldn't change him for the world.
You're so lucky.
I am. I'm very grateful for every single moment, even during lockdown.
So, you really think I should just end it with Liam?
I do, but I know you won't, because simply you can't. Maybe the best way is let it fizzle out. And actually, this lockdown can work in your favor.
I suppose you're right. I just wish there was a pill I could take to get over this.
There is one. It's simple. It's called End It.
Well, you're not much help. Liam couldn't really speak to me.
Darling, a client on the other line. I'll call you later, okay? Love you. Ciao, ciao, bye.
So you've got another call now? I thought you said you'd finished for today.
No, darling. I needed a way out. She can go on and on. You know Italians.
Oh, my bad.
Are you feeling okay?
No, I feel a bit rough, to be honest.
Maybe we should just call your consultant. He has always been very good.
Yeah, let's do that. I do feel a bit queasy. Costas, look, I know you don't like to discuss this, but we do need to go through the next steps.
Yes, but not now.
Well, I've made all the arrangements. You just need to call my lawyer. He's got all my instructions, but you're going to need to understand what to do.
Please, Steve, can we talk about something else?
No, we can't. I need to know that everything's been thought through and you were taken care of. And it needs to be done now whilst I still have the energy.
I'm capable of taking care of myself. Really, don't you worry.
I know you are. But there is a lot of administration. Listen, I'm going to speak to Dave later. He's really good at this stuff. And it's also an opportunity to let him know.
You know that the whole situation is really depressing.
Yeah, I know, but we need to face it. I don't want there to be any ambiguity or complications when I'm not around. And most importantly, I want you to live your life without having to worry about anything financial, at least.
It's going to be okay. It is okay. Let's call your consultant. Maybe he just changes your medication. Always, we need to know what is going to happen when he's gone. His mindset is so off. He has accepted defeat. Well, I haven't. His mind is much stronger than any of these tumors. I understand. Okay, he cannot get the whole crystal thing, but hey, he doesn't have to be so practical. Unbelievable. So frustrating. I don't want to talk about what is going to happen when he's gone, because the moment I do, it means I have accepted. And actually, I haven't, and I will never do.
Moira's really settled into a new rhythm over lockdown, you know?
I'm aware. She's even started a journal.
Ooh, I hear journaling is very in vogue right now.
Shall we listen to an extract?
I have begun a daily journal. Freddie asks me why I bother. To him, it seems like a complete waste of time. But I'm finding it really helpful to reflect on the day and plan ahead. Focusing on what I'm grateful for is helping me stay positive. I mean, the air seems so much cleaner, and I'm loving my online yoga. And having time to do the garden and all the little chores like cleaning out drawers and cupboards. Those jobs in the house I don't usually get time to do. I do love our home.
Aw, you go, girl. Live your best life.
Now, let's get back to the story. We're in Costas and Steve's home in Hampstead, and Steve is talking to Dave on Zoom. He's asked to speak with Dave by himself.
Well, you look great on it.
Hey, thanks, Steve. Those workouts may be short, but they're a real killer.
That's because you're ancient.
I know. How did I ever get to 52?
I've been looking at some old photos of us from 25 years ago. We did look young.
We did, I bet. How times have changed, eh, mate?
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm not sure they'll ever be the same again.
No. Talking of things not being the same, I've got something to tell you.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's about my health.
Don't tell me. You've got COVID.
No, I don't have COVID. I've got a brain tumour, Dave. And there's nothing they can do. I've come to terms with it now.
Oh my God, Steve. That's awful. When did you find out?
Last October, I started feeling exhausted and I was getting migraines. So I went for blood work and they sent me on for further tests and a CT scan. They found a tumour in my brain right next to the pituitary gland. Well, they can't operate, so I had some treatment to stabilise it.
You got a second opinion, I hope.
Yeah, I got several. I even visited a top clinic in Germany where they specialise. No good. I've accepted it now, Dave. I just have to keep as stable as I can.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm doing all right.
Steve, I don't know what to say. Why didn't you tell me before?
Well, I had to come to terms with it myself first, and I didn't want this tumour clouding every conversation.
Understood.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Have you told anyone else?
Apart from Costas, you're the first.
Right. Listen, is there anything I can do?
Actually, there is. I'd really like you to be the executor of the will. I mean, you're really good at admin and you'll stay calm. I just think this is probably going to overwhelm Costas.
Steve, listen, you don't even have to ask, of course. How is Costas?
It's been tough on him.
I bet. Listen, I know I'm here in Milan, a long way. Is there anything else I can do to help you?
There is one thing. I don't really know how to say this. Listen, I really want you to start doing things that are right for you, even if other people don't approve. I just feel like I needed to tell you that.
Thanks, Steve. I promise I will. And I'll tell you what, when the airports are open, I'm on the first plane to London.
You better be, matey. Because I'm not popping my clogs just yet. I actually feel really well. I mean, I wish I'd cleaned up my act a bit earlier, but I didn't.
I just can't believe it.
No, it's heavy shit. But you know what? I'm in good hands.
It is so easy to forget that other illnesses just haven't gone away because of COVID.
By June, Italy has started to ease up on the restrictions. People are leaving their homes, visiting shops, and life is inching back to some kind of normal.
Normal?
Well, new normal anyway. Dave and Flavia are discussing what to do about Matteo in England.
Flavia, we need to talk about Matteo.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I've been talking to the embassy about this in Rome, organizing it all. Should have come on before.
Listen, we've been through all this before. It was the right call. He wanted to finish his course.
Yes, and now I'm the one who's had to sort everything out to bring him home.
Flavia, darling, it's not that complicated. And I did offer to do this.
Your Italian isn't good enough to deal with this.
Well, they do all speak English at the embassy. And actually, I do think my Italian is good enough.
Whatever, Dave. I've had a really long day. That COVID task force is doing my head in. I need a shower.
Okay, I understand. But remember, Matteo's calling us soon to talk about the details. Please
Yes.
do that.
I know. Right now, I'm gonna take a shower. I need one.
Okay. Ah, that'll be Matteo. Dio. No. No.
Dave, remember to pick up some prosciutto di Parma tomorrow. It's Matteo's favorite. What's wrong with you? Why are you looking at me like that?
Who the hell is Liam?
He's a colleague from work. He works in the task force.
Ah, you have a funny way of talking to your colleagues in the task force.
Dave, it's not what it seems.
What is it then?
Well, it's
an affair, isn't it?
Dave, no, let's just talk about it.
Listen, he's married. I read that much.
I know this is a shock. Well, with Steve and COVID...
Oh, for fuck's sake! Flavia, leave Steve out of this. Come on, Sonny, we're going for a walk. I don't give a shit if I get a fine.
Dave, wait!
Go to hell, Flavia!
Che casino. What the hell am I gonna do now?
Steve died peacefully and painlessly on the 15th of June. He was cremated in Golders Green Cemetery, and a few of his closest friends attended. Later at home, Kostas, with Dave and Moira's help, organised an online gathering for people all over the world.
Now you have to remember, at this point in time, there were still restrictions on how many people could actually meet up physically. We're with Freddie and Moira, who also attended the funeral.
Freddie looks very worried.
He does. Let's find out what's going on.
Let's.
So, I spoke to Bridget about Dad's 80th, and she said that we should do a Zoom on Sunday, Freddie. Freddie, are you listening to me?
Yeah, your dad's 80th, yeah.
Freddie, love, what's wrong? You really don't seem yourself.
I've just got a lot on my mind.
Are you upset about Steve, darling?
Moira, I've got some bad news. I found out this afternoon that the insurance won't cover the project, so we're a bit overstretched.
Overstretched? What does that mean?
Well, it means I don't have a watertight case for the insurance claim. The force majeure doesn't apply in this event. There's a tiny clause in this insurance document that doesn't include epidemics.
Jesus, so what are you going to do?
Well, the thing is, they're pressing to take the house, although it won't come to that.
What do you mean, take the house? What's the house got to do with your business insurance?
Let me explain. To secure the loan from the bank, I had to put the house up as collateral.
What? Come on, you can't be serious.
It's just a tick box exercise, to secure the loan. A lot of people do it. I had the sponsorship of all these companies lined up to get the venue, and then I just needed to put down a huge deposit, so I needed the bridging loan to cover all the fixed costs. They just needed a guarantee.
Well, why didn't you tell me about this?
I can't tell you everything, love. I don't want to worry you.
Hang on, I don't understand. How did you even get security on the loan? The title deeds are in both our names.
Well, I signed for you, actually.
What?
A lot of people do this, love. It's not as bad as it sounds.
How much did you borrow?
150,000.
150,000. Oh my God. You just put our house up as a guarantee without telling me.
I couldn't have predicted COVID a million years.
Oh, but there's only 10 years left on our mortgage. Freddie, this was meant to be our pension.
Look, I know you're upset, but don't worry. I've got a plan. Everything is going to be fine. Just need time to sort it out.
Really? But what are you going to do?
Yeah, this is a cash flow problem. So I'm expecting this big invoice to be settled. I'll just need time. Oh, come on, love. Hey, coronavirus has thrown a real spanner in the works, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Well, why are you so worried then?
Yeah, I was just surprised by the news. That's all. It's going to be fine. Honestly, I promise. It'll work out.
Where are you going now?
Well, I just need some fresh air. Look, I'll be back in a few hours. I won't be back for lunch.
Wasn't expecting that.
It is all coming out of the woodwork now.
Can't wait to see how this one unfolds.
Oh, look, she's on the phone to her sister.
Classic Bridget to the rescue.
Oh, Bridget, something awful's happened and I don't know what to do.
What's going on?
Oh, Freddie's just told me we might lose the house.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yes, I am, but I really, really wish I wasn't. He's used the house as collateral to get a loan for his project.
You must have known about that.
Oh, I didn't. He signed it for me.
You mean he forged your signature? That's illegal.
Well, he tells me he's sorting it out. Apparently he's expecting some big invoice that's going to cover his loan, and this is just a cash flow problem.
Oh, Moira, this is really serious. When they call in loans, they mean it, and unfortunate, he's probably known for some time.
I know, but look, let's just see what happens. I mean, maybe give him a couple of days and hopefully he'll sort it.
No, you need to sort it now. You remember how he's sorted out the deposit for your house, and in the end, Mum and Dad had to step in.
I know, but Mum and Dad had promised us that money anyway.
Moira, love, all I know, love, is that you need to do something now.
Yeah, but like what?
Hang on. Can you send me the loan terms? There might be something there. We might be able to refinance the house. And let's see if we can find a copy of that invoice that he's talking about.
God, I don't know where to start.
Well, why don't you start in the office?
Okay, I'll go and have a rummage and then I'll call you back. And thanks, Bridget.
No problem. Look, give me a call when you find it. I knew it. I knew it. I just knew it. I've never trusted Freddie. I just knew he'd let Moira down. Oh my God. What happens if they lose their house? That's Mum and Dad's investment gone. Just like that. And that means Moira's too. That house is her pension. And if she loses it, what's she going to do? Well, it's unlikely she'll have any financial security with the total COVID chaos the civil service is in. What if Moira becomes homeless? God, will she have to move in with me? I mean, seriously, what's going to happen? What will she do? Oh, shit. What a bloody awful mess. Freddie! Okay, no time to lose. I need to go over now.
So I know Bridget means well, but she just doesn't get Freddie the way I do. Now, I'm not an idiot. I know he isn't a saint, but he's my Freddie, And I love him. And he isn't a bad guy. And look, he's just doing his best. And he does work really hard. I mean, to be fair, I never quite know exactly what he's doing, but I'm sure that whatever it is, he's doing a great job. You know, and somehow he always manages to pull through. And I don't know what I'd do without him. And I don't for 1 minute believe that he did this deliberately. It's just this bloody virus. It's ruining everything. Who is it?
It's me, Bridget. Let me in.
Oh, Bridget, I can't. What about the social distancing rules?
Oh, for goodness sake, Moira, let me in. Look, quickly, before your neighbours see me.
What are you doing here, Bridget?
What do you think? I haven't come for a cup of tea, have I? Is he here?
No, he's gone out.
Right, good. Well, we better get on with it. Where's his computer?
Got it here.
Okay. Right, let's open it up and where's his documents?
Look, I've got those here. Oh, Bridget, I hate doing this. It's horrible.
I know, love. It might all be fine. Come on, let's see.
We haven't seen our friends in Milan for a while. Let's find out what's going on.
They are seeing a therapist on Zoom, don't you know?
Yes, her name's Carla.
Ooh. You know, it's surprising what you can do on Zoom these days.
It sure is. Now let's get back to the story, shall we? We could write a play about all this.
So what about your journal, Flavia? Have you been keeping up with it?
I have, and it's been very useful. Dave and I have had some great conversations.
Good. It's good you've been keeping up with that. Dave, you haven't said much today.
Yeah, Carla, hi. Actually, I've been thinking a lot since our last session, and I've come to a decision.
What decision?
About our marriage.
Yes, we're working on trying to fix things with Carla.
It's over.
What? What do you mean? Carla said we need to renegotiate everything. Tell him.
Actually, it's the therapy that's made me realize what's important to me.
And what is that, Dave?
To be honest with myself. To stop doing things for other people. I've been doing that all my life.
Dave, we've only been to a couple of sessions. No, don't.
Flavia, let's just allow Dave to speak.
You know, before he died, my best friend Steve, he told me to do what I thought was right. I didn't really know what he meant then, but I do now.
Good. It's good you're being so honest with yourself, but obviously it does have its consequences.
Dave, we've been together for so many years. We belong together.
Flavia, please. We're not being honest with each other. There's no trust, there's no intimacy, there's certainly no passion. We're just here out of habit and convenience.
But we are being honest now. And we love each other.
Flavia, Dave is trying to tell you something and you need to listen.
Yeah, now you're on his side.
I'm not taking anybody's sides. This is a place where you both get to express your truth.
And this is my truth. To be honest with myself. I'm done with this marriage.
Dave, we can work through this.
Listen, we do have things to work out, but it's not going to change my decision.
Okay, so a lot has happened, and it is almost time for us to finish this session. Can I suggest that we pick up next time when you've both had a little bit more time to reflect?
Okay. Thanks, Carla.
I'll leave you now.
I can't believe you said that.
Well, it seemed like the perfect place to say it. That's what we pay the therapist for, isn't it? And by the way, the next session is the last.
Dave, this is completely out of the blue. You never said anything to me about this before.
You're right, Flavia, but I'm telling you now.
Is it because you're still angry about Liam?
Oh, Liam this. I've had enough of this. I'm off.
Dave, please.
Whoa! Who'd have thought?
Dave has certainly grown a pair.
What's happening now? Where are we?
So we're back in London with Moira and Freddie. And things are getting a little juicy.
Ooh.
So, what's happening with that invoice?
Oh, yes, it's all under control. Yeah. They said there might be a little delay. You know what, with COVID and everything. But I spoke to the lender and I've asked for a little more time.
I see.
Yeah, that way I can get the invoice to pay off the loan.
You know, I was thinking, 150,000. That's a big contract. It's really funny that you never spoke about that deal.
I don't tell you everything, Moira. Otherwise we'd be talking about work 24/7.
I know you don't. That is the problem, Freddie. That you don't tell me everything. That I have to find out.
Find out what?
That you are a lying scumbag.
Steady on, Moira, that's a bit harsh.
Really? I found this taped to the back of your drawers. And what exactly is it?
I have no idea.
Oh, really? Well, if this is what I think it is, you've not only put our home at risk, but you've also committed a crime. And having this shit in my house, you've now involved me in it.
Moira, I was going to tell you, and I can explain. Yes, it obviously is what you think it is, but it's not mine. I'm holding it for a client who gets this stuff for other clients we have. It's a bit complicated. It's about outsourcing and, you know, what with COVID.
Excuse me, exactly what sort of clients order bags of cocaine?
Oh, for God's sake, Moira. Recreational coke is pretty mainstream now. A lot of people expect it after an event. The whole city's like a bloody snowstorm. Look, I wouldn't believe, you wouldn't believe how many professionals do it. I don't get involved in that aspect personally, obviously. I was asked to, you know, just store that temporarily. Look, it's James's business anyway. I wish I'd never got involved. This is the problem with doing favours.
Oh, just stop. Stop it. No more with the made-up stories. Oh, my God, it just gets worse and worse.
It's what happened.
Oh, God. I just can't believe I didn't pick up on all the clues. But it all makes sense now. You know what? I just never thought that you could lie to me so blatantly and to this degree.
I am telling you the truth. Please trust me.
Oh, Freddie. The sad thing is, you don't recognise the truth anymore because you believe all your own lies. And I'm telling you, I want the house in my name because clearly I can't trust you anymore.
Moira, please just listen.
Oh, no, I don't want to listen. I can't take it. I want you and that powder out of here now. Don't you dare try to contest me when I transfer the title deeds of the house into my name, because I'm telling you, I will call the police. And I just thank God that Bridget's going to help me to refinance the house.
Come on, Moira. Where am I supposed to go?
You know what? I don't care. I am done trying to save you.
Pretty explosive.
Go, Moira.
Our queen. From one broken household to another.
Back to therapy, back to Milan, back to the Flavia show.
I felt betrayed. I mean, Costas is meant to be my friend. I told him everything. And what does he do? He gives Dave a home in London.
Well, let's reflect. His partner has just died. Maybe he's just trying to help his partner's best friend and himself at the same time.
But I was just getting used to the idea of Dave leaving. When I heard that he was going to live with Costas, I felt so let down.
Well, that's a perfectly normal human response, to feel that way.
Normal? What do you mean?
Well, you're feeling hurt and angry. But I have noticed, Flavia, that you feel angry a lot of the time. Were you really happy in your marriage with Dave?
Of course.
So why have you failed?
I don't know. It just happened. It's one of those things. I was never going to leave Dave. Liam was just an escape.
And what is it you felt you needed to escape from?
Everyday life.
You needed to escape from a happy life? So what's this really about, Flavia?
There was no passion with Dave. With Liam, it was amazing. I felt alive for the first time in years.
Have you ever thought that maybe Dave just wants the same things as you?
What do you mean?
You said it made you feel alive. Maybe Dave just wants, in his way, the same.
Huh. Yeah, that makes sense. It's quite hard to accept, though.
It is hard. Acceptance. It's what we've got to work on, Flavia. Acceptance. Okay. And we'll talk about it later in our next session.
Cheers.
Major psychological breakthrough.
Shock! Other people have feelings too. It is mid-July in London. Britain is slowly moving out of full lockdown, and the government is encouraging people to go back to work. Restrictions on meeting people have slightly eased, and the social distancing has extended to huddles. Bubbles! People are out in parks and restaurants. It almost felt normal.
With the occasional mask serving as a stark reminder of the global situation. Dave, on a repatriation flight, has re-entered the UK and is living with Costas in Hampstead. Costas is preparing some drinks and snacks for Moira and Bridget, who, shock, have invited themselves round.
Wow, it's so great to see you again, guys. And Dave, wow, you look great.
Thanks, Moira. If you don't want me saying so, so do you.
I know I look terrible, but it's very sweet of you to say.
Well, she looks a hell of a lot better than she did a few weeks ago.
Yeah, thank you, Bridget.
I'm just saying, no one looks glamorous when they've been through what you've been through.
Moira, Bridget, Dave, how about the Greek-style Negroni?
Oh, that was great. Yeah, I'll have one of those, thank you.
Yes, please, I'll have one too.
Top idea, make it a big one.
I will make them extra strong. We all need it.
Oh God, it feels so amazing to just be out of the house. And it is so nice to socialise again.
Oh, that's my phone purring. I'll have to take this one outside. Sorry, it's confidential. I'll just pop outside.
Steve would love to know that all of you are here. We'd be so proud of you, Moira, and you, Dave. He was big on people doing the right thing. One of the main things I love for him. God, I miss him.
Yeah, I really miss you too, Costas. But you know what? It feels great to be here with all of you. A sort of soft landing for me straight here from Italia.
It's really strange for you, though, after all those years in Milan.
Yeah, Moira. To be honest, truth be told, I'm going to really miss Italy. But I'm really looking forward to building a new life here. So it's not so bad after all.
Moira, darling, how are you getting on?
No, I have more bad days than good because he's gone. But the house is safely in my name now, thanks to Bridget. And anyway, look, never mind me. How are you doing, Costas?
I'm taking day by day. I don't know what I would have done without Dave. Oh my God, so many complicated things to take care of when someone dies. Steve was right again. Oh, that's adorable. Is that your new dog?
No, it's yours.
Yes, this is your new companion. Well, apart from you, Dave.
We've been trying to keep it a secret for weeks. Well, my kids want to keep her, but Moira wouldn't hear of it. But I am actually going to keep her for a little while longer because Moira's got something to say to you.
Yeah, this little bundle of joy is all for you, Costas. And actually, you know what? I would love to take the credit for her, but she isn't from us. And there's something we need you to watch.
So, Costas, you finally got your way. We all wondered what puppy to get. There was only one choice in the end, a cockapoo. I mean, they're affectionate, they're lively. They don't shed hairs all over our lovely carpets. And everyone falls in love with them. I only wish I could see you spoiling her. I know you will, because that is what you do. I want to thank you for the best years of my life. I don't regret a single day. I mean, lockdown wasn't what we expected, but it worked in our favour in the end. I didn't need to see Paris or Rome again, or any of the places on our bucket list. Instead, I got to spend precious moments with you. And they were the very best possible way of spending my time. I love you.
We have watched the impact that the lockdown has had on 3 couples in London and Milan from March to July 2020.
But of course, this has affected far more than 6 lives. It's affected the whole world in so many different ways. Where will it end?
Well, the pandemic has many narratives, and no 2 people's experience have been the same. And that's all been made worse by those media inconsistencies.
This tiny virus is like a truth serum which has injected a series of shockwaves through our lives. For some people, life has seemingly only altered a little.
And for others, it's been a tsunami of devastation. I mean, there's been shock, denial, and loss on an unimaginable scale.
Its ongoing presence leaves us with a lingering anxiety about what's next. Enforced isolation, vague, variable laws, constant ambiguity, they've just created mistrust and confusion.
We're still processing the consequences of this lack of social connection and everyday intimacies that we used to take for granted.
This virus has weaved its way through our relationships, redefining and rewiring the way in which we behave.
Is this, the new normal?
I mean, it's our new normal.
Anyway, what's on Netflix?
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching The Truth Serum. Let's have a round of applause for Louis Halpenny as narrator 1, Otto Terrell as narrator 2, Steve Barwick as Steve, Stavros Vathristas as Kostas, Irini Pani as Flavia, Adrian Owen as Dave, Lorraine Flaherty as Moira, Jamie Richard Stewart as Freddie, Maggie Dixon as Bridget, and Rebecca Dixon as Carla. And backstage, Jordan Cable as our technical wizard.
And last but not least, our fantastic director, Catherine Dixon.